Good morning, everybody. It's a sad but exciting day at the same time. I want you to all say farewell, Clicker. The Clicker and I have been a complete bust, and failure is the greatest teaching tool. And this failure taught me that I need to get rid of this Clicker and get new ones. And new ones are on their way today. So, no more of this Clicker. It just won't cooperate with me. I've given it time. I've tried every angle, and it's just not to be. So, adios, Clicker, and let's try something new. Failure is the best teaching tool. I keep harping on that. Fail yourself forward. I don't know if I failed forward with this Clicker. I think I failed backwards. But I tried something new, and we're going to get a new one, and we're going to go from there. So now I guarantee you at the end of this video it'll work perfect because it knows its timeline with me is coming to an end. So anyway, good morning, and it's a new day and a new start. And I was thinking about what gives me the most joy and happiness in life. And it's when I'm active and when I'm proactive and when I'm just working towards things and trying new things and throwing caution to the wind and not caring about failure. Clicker. And just going for it. Going. And, you know, that old adage, what do you do when you get to the top of the mountain? You go find a new mountain to climb. And what gives me a little anxiety is what I will do after the documentary comes out. What I will do after the book comes out. What's my next big project? And I think those two projects will open up more projects, but I don't know what they are, and it gives a little anxiety because I always want to be doing stuff, you know. So that's why the coaching program I'm starting is that's going to be a weekly thing with all the clients and in constant communication, and that'll be as much for me as for them. You know, I need action, and just like a few things I've tried to do over the years to be proactive. I've said before, mentioned once or twice, my friend Maureen at the gym, her and I split up. Excuse me, I'm getting froggy. My friend Maureen at the gym, we split up all the counties in New Jersey. And I drafted a letter that she researched her counties, every high school, and got the emails for principals, superintendents, sometimes vice principals. And I did the same for my counties. It was quite an undertaking. It took us a while. And you gotta be like Sherlock Holmes sometimes to try to find emails for these places. And to the best of our ability, we got the emails, and I sent out the letter I had drafted to all the high schools. You know, we got some replies, not a lot, some, but we're active, and it felt good just to be. Look, if I had not done that letter and not reached out to any of the high schools, I have basically a zero chance of getting in there to speak. By doing this, who knows? At least I'm in front of them, and then they're aware of my name and my story. After that, I then went on to all the major colleges. You know, just took this division of schools, all the head schools, like the Ivy League, sent letters to the dean of psychology, the dean of law, the dean of social studies, to the president as well. And I got a lot more responses from the colleges than from high schools. But colleges, and many were all rah-rah. but they wanted me to like fly around the country and on my own dime and come speak for free. I'm like, I'd be like, all right, let's discuss travel costs and a speaking fee. They're like, oh, we have no budget for that. Really? Ivy League schools don't have a budget for that? Major universities? Really? I did hear, not from the current president of Harvard, the one who just resigned or was fired, however that transpired, but the previous president personally, wrote me an email. And nothing, we didn't sign up anything, but they just thought it was a noble thing I was doing and wished me luck. So, but it was just being active, working on stuff, working on letters to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and the King of Saudi Arabia, and working on letters for Quentin Tarantino and other directors. And it's just all that forward momentum. It just keeps me having a zest for life. It's when the brakes come on that just complacency hits, and I just get frustrated, and I get depressed, and I get anxiety, and then I have to start thinking up new ways to just keep momentum going, keep momentum in myself going. If you can't be lying around, doing nothing, striving for nothing, and be fulfilled in life. They don't go hand in hand. I share all these videos just to be an example for everybody. And it's that climbing that mountain that always gives you excitement in life. So find a mountain to start climbing, either literally or figuratively. And then when you get to that top of that mountain, literally or figuratively, go find another mountain. Get a hobby and get a side hustle, whatever it is, and just start going for it. Get exercise. I listened to a podcast with a psychologist on there, and the psychologist said a lot of depression and anxiety is from the negative view we have ourselves. He said 50% of the people, when they brush their teeth, they won't look in the mirror because they don't like what they see. He said 40% look in the mirror and are not happy with what they see. And then he said 10% look in the mirror and like what they see. I was like, So strive to be in that 10%. Doesn't mean you got a perfect body. It means you're working every day on improving yourself. Too many people, use the adage, love yourself as you are. No. I strive that you should love yourself. But that doesn't mean you should be delusional about yourself in the condition you're in. You gotta take pride in yourself. So work. If you're working on yourself every day, you're doing something to get your health better. You're gonna feel better about your life. If you're working every day towards your side hustle, you're gonna feel better. It's that complacency that's a killer. And I listened to another podcast, and it was from a Harvard professor, and he's known as the happiness professor. He teaches courses on happiness and fulfillment in life. And he asked the host 2 questions. And he said, what are you alive for? And the host thought, and he's like, well, I sold my business for hundreds of millions of dollars, and I wanted to give back by starting this podcast and having interesting people from all walks of life on that could give some helpful hints to improve the lives of others. So he's like, You know, I'm alive to help people. And I was thinking to myself, that's what I'm alive for, is to help people and to help people grow and to help people come out of their darkness. And then the next question he asked was, who would you die for? And he said that a lot of his students, when asked, what are you alive for? They'll say, I don't know. And then he asks, who would you die for? And they say, nobody. That's the state of affairs we're in. So if you can find what you're alive for and who you would die for, that'll give you your mission. Think about that. What are you alive for? Who would you die for? And now all of a sudden, you can start crafting your mission and your purpose in life. Peace, everybody.